Hi everyone. Today I'll be talking about a new concept, something little interesting which you might have not done. So this is how you can access other users' OneDrive. Now there are two ways on how you can access other users' OneDrive. One is through user interface, so I'll explain you how you can do that as well. But second is a very interesting way, that is through this download through the Graphs API. So yeah, we can also create our own app to do this, but I'll explain you how the whole process goes. I've written an article. If you ever want to visit this article, please do so. So what you need to do is first we need to access the Graphs API. This is the Graphs API, and if I try and once you're done with this, just log in over here. It'll ask you for your username, and that's it. Type in the username password, run this, and you if you get this 200, that means everything is good. You don't have any issues. Now, if you want to access your own OneDrive content, just you want to see all the content in your own drive, click on this and click run, and you will see all the content that you have or the folders that you have in your OneDrive. So over here I can see most of the folders and download path and everything else. So this is a download URL. So if I want to follow this, I will actually be downloading a file that's there for this particular thing. So actually so if you look at it, I used OneDrive. I'm downloading from OneDrive, but using Graphs API. Now, of course, I can do that because I'm doing it off my own OneDrive, which everyone can do. But the most important is how you can do it from other users' OneDrive. This is very critical, very important how to do that. One user interface way, let me explain you how you can do it from user interface way. Let's say, for example, you are doing it for a deal. Okay, and you want to access this OneDrive content, click on OneDrive, and once you're in the OneDrive, select create a link for files. It'll automatically create a link, and then you will have an option to access this user's OneDrive. That's it, as simple as that, and you would be able to do that. Because you are an admin, you would be able to do that. But the critical thing over here is, even if I want to do this from an API, and even if I have access through I might not be able to do it from OneDrive or uh, through the API thing. So let's try. I run this, and yeah, it gave me access. I'm able to see the content, but let's see for another user because I was doing some testing, so maybe that's why. Let's try it for Alex. I'm sure for Alex I might not be able to do that. So let's see. Yeah, there we go. I got the insufficient permission error. Now, one way to fix this for this user is that I can go ahead and click on OneDrive, okay, and I select the same option, which is create link to files. Another very critical way or very important way on how you can do it, which is a lengthy way, in that you do not have to create a link. You do not have to click on get access to these files because then it's a back end way of doing the same thing. So what you do is you click on SharePoint. Okay, not many people know unless if you have worked on SharePoint 2013, SharePoint 2016, SharePoint 2010, you would have a little bit of idea about it. Otherwise, you would not have much of an idea. So we go to more features, and over here you go to user profile. This screen of user profile is very rarely known to people across the globe, and the reason being is this is a very old screen, mainly used in 2013 2010, and not many users, but there are one or two users which I would like to explain. Like one of that use is this. Okay, so we select Alex Velber. I try to type his user over here. Alex, it's going to look for this user. Yeah, Alex Webb, that's the correct user. I select this drop down. I select site collection owners. Now, very critical. This site collection owner is nothing but he is owner of his own my site. So in back in 2010, 2007, 2013, we know that a user can always have in my site, and he and himself only person would be the owner of that site, no one else. But if other need an access to this, then we have to give it through this. So I just go ahead, copy this user, and I come back here, make the secondary site collection administrator as this user. Uh, Let me just try this. Admin, done. I select OK. Now, if I go ahead and try to run this will work for me. And now I can access this user's content. I can access all the files that this user has. Very important, I'm not given him permission, or actually there's no link created over here. So I want to show you guys again that if I go over here and if I access OneDrive, the link is not created. This cannot be accessed through link. This can only be accessed through my graphs API. And if I go down, I would see all the other files. This is the download link, and I just click on it, and here we go. It's downloading a file for me from this user's my site. Okay, now one thing I would like you guys to see, or I would like to show you guys, is that this is the URL of that user's my drive. Generally, I might not be able to access this URL, but now if I just try to access, because I've made myself admin, I am able to see this user's files from this path as well. Now, trying to talk about one issue which I faced while trying to demonstrate or while trying to get this thing done for you. I was stuck with an error message. I was not getting this permission done, access to an add error, because I did not had access to files. So there are a lot of consents that you need to do to make sure that you are able to access APIs of Office 365. So one which I did was I made sure that API connectors and API connector read write permission is there. But the very important one which I felt which solved my issue was this one. I had to make sure that file read all consent is there, and if this consent is not there, then it wouldn't have allowed me to do that. So if I go ahead and okay, I do not have a way right now to remove the consent, but if I could, I would have shown that how you can uh, remove the consent, and then I get the same access to NAD error. So just make sure that when you're running this through API, you have that consent provided in advance. So that's it in this quick short video. Thanks everyone. Take care. Bye bye.